Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch You Want, and thanks for logging on. Today, we're looking at the Corum Bridge Tourbillon Panoramique. You can see this unique 1 of 99 platinum flying tourbillon on our website, watchyouwant.com. Purchase it there, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. You can also click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time to see our full listing for this watch with additional high-res images, accessories included, and of course, complete pricing information. Now, on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference. This is a broad, massive, and intriguing timepiece. You can see there's an interesting juxtaposition of the immense platinum tonneau case with the almost weightless appearance of the movement set within sapphire bridges. Now, the watch is hefty. Entirely in platinum with a massive white gold buckle, you can really feel its presence on your wrist, but because of the tonneau case, which has a little bit of camber to trace the arc of the wrist, as you can see from this profile shot, it does fit securely. It doesn't create any hot spots or pressure points on the wrist in spite of its heft. Now, the measurements are impressive. 38 millimeters across the broad of the case, what would conventionally be the 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock measurement. The watch is actually only 12 millimeters thick. With a sheer side, it looks thicker, but it actually is quite slim considering the degree of complexity. Now, the watch will fit under a tight dress cuff or sleeve. It just looks like it won't, but rest assured this is an easy one to wear with formal attire. In terms of total lug-to-lug span, you're looking at 53 millimeters from one extremity to the opposite extremity, but again, that's mitigated by the shape of the case, which is arced, as is the forearm. It fits securely, it looks great, and very impressive in its composition. The watch manages to achieve the look of an integrated conforming end-piece strap without actually pinning the strap against the flanks of the case. Now, you can see to good effect from this angle that there appears to be very little daylight between the end of the strap and the flank of the case, but when you take a look at it obliquely, you can see that there's actually a great degree of flexibility built in. Now, the flexibility allows you to pull that strap down and around the tight curve of a smaller wrist, and the strap itself is beautifully made. This is a very high grade of rectangular scale, black alligator leather on top with a little bit of bolstering as it approaches the lugs. For visual continuity, it also features a gorgeous monotone stitch. Now, on the bottom side, there's a wonderfully supple hand-cut calfskin, very comfortable against the wrist, and it is matched with a smart and stylish double deployant with twin trigger actuation. Now, when you're talking about swing arms this slight, you go from platinum to white gold. White gold is simply harder and tougher, but this is entirely finished with a gorgeous satin treatment internally with beautiful polished triggers. Now, the nice thing about a double fold is it doesn't have that one big up and over pull that can sometimes pinch a smaller wrist. Two smaller members closing, and because of the twin trigger actuation, this one requires positive interaction to open, so you have to squeeze the triggers before you open it. No friction fit, no risk, no accidental openings. You can also see that when we move from that gorgeous tapered and bolstered strap to the case itself, the watch really begins to intrigue. Now, it's no secret that the Golden Bridge is one of the signatures of the Corum manufacturer of Le Chaux de Fonds. There have been many variations on the watch over the years. The first generation came out in 1980, designed by Vincent Calabrese and executed by Corum. But this is one of the most elaborate takes. Now, Corum always works with a high horology partner to design its high complications. Sometimes it works with Christophe Claret, usually it works with Fabrique du Temps, but in this case, it actually worked with La Joux-Perret, and the base caliber, although very remote from the final execution in this case, is known as a La Joux-Perret 7951. What's been executed here is a sapphire bridge-borne 90-hour manual wind tourbillon. It's known as the Corum CO382 caliber. Everything is exposed, but unlike the baguette movement of the original Golden Bridge, and you can see it to good effect from almost every angle. This one isn't arrayed vertically so much as horizontally, and you can see the progression of energy from the crown as I wind it, through the crown wheel, across the barrel at 3 o'clock, and ultimately through the going train at the middle of the watch to this beautiful black polished flying tourbillon. Now, when I say black polish, I'm talking about the high degree of optical finish on the top of the tourbillon cage where you can see that signature Corum double key. Everything here is finished to the highest standard of high horology. We are talking about mirrored anglage. We are talking about black polish. When polish is employed, we are talking about beautiful grained patterns on bridges, on wheels. This is about as delicate, as gossamer, as evanescent as high horology can get without totally disappearing. 16 jewels and 168 parts, and it appears that every single one of them is floating in suspension. This is not just the epitome of high horology engineering and finish, it's also the height of elegance. And from a most unexpected source, when we think of Corum, we think about the Feather watch, the Rolls-Royce watch, we think about the Bubble, the Toboggan, the Buckingham. While they are a concept brand, the execution here is a no-excuses attempt to play in the highest realms of high horology alongside the likes of Vacheron Constantin, Ulysse Nardin, Audemars Piguet, and Alange und Söhne, and this watch is up to that standard. Beautifully rendered in platinum, there's a gorgeous thematic juxtaposition of the massive precious metal case and that light, airy, almost suspended movement within sapphire. If you're willing to venture beyond the beaten path, if you're willing to take the road less traveled, but you want to do it with absolutely no compromise in aesthetics and engineering, you need to see this one of 99 Corum Bridge Tourbillon Panoramique in platinum on our website, watchyouwant.com.